Ahmad Khan Abdali was born in Herat in 1723. He was the son of Zaman Khan and the grandson of Daulat Khan. He was from the Pashtun Sadozai tribe, a sub-tribe of the Abdali tribe. The story starts in 1732 CE in Farah, Afghanistan, when Ahmad Khan's older brother Zulfiqar Khan was defeated by his enemies. Zulfiqar Khan took his younger brother Ahmad Khan with him and fled to Kandahar, where they sought refuge. At the time, Shah Hussain, the son of Mirwais Hotek, the legendary Afghan ruler, was the ruling chief of Kandahar. However, due to the ongoing turmoil, tribal conflicts, and many imminent dangers, the Shah imprisoned Zulfiqar Khan and his younger brother Ahmad Khan, who at the time only aged 10 years. Thus, the two brothers spent 6 years in jail. However, once Nadir Afshar took over Kandahar in 1738, Ahmad and his brother were freed and sent to Mazandaran, a province in Iran. Nadir Afshar noticed the intelligence and potential of Ahmad Khan, who was then only 16 years old, and so he took a liking to him, making him among his close men. And so he would give Ahmad Khan multiple positions throughout the years, such as his personal attendant, the governor of Mazandaran, the commander of a regiment, which consisted of his fellow Abdali tribesmen, as well as Uzbeks, the head of the bodyguard, and the head of the treasury. Ahmad Khan would accompany Nadir Afshar in his conquests for 6 years, traveling through countries like Persia, Dagestan, India, and gaining experience in the affairs of empires. During these conquests, Ahmad Khan was appointed as the governor of various cities. It was around this time that Nizam al-Mulk Khan Asad-Jah, a former prime minister and acclaimed expert in physiognomy, saw Ahmad and told Nadir Shah that he saw in him the signs of greatness, and that he was destined to soon become a king. Nadir Shah not only believed him and agreed, but also had a talk with the young Abdali, of which there are even written accounts of. Remember, Ahmad Khan Abdali, that after me kingship will pass on to you, but you shall treat the descendants of Nadir with kindness. Abdali would keep his promise by having his son Timur Shah rescue the grandson of Nadir Shah, Mirza Shah Rukh, out of prison. However, Nadir Shah became a paranoid ruler and started oppressing his own people. Thus, on June 20th, 1747, Nadir Afshar was assassinated by his own generals in Tabaristan and Fatahabad. Ahmad Shah Durrani then took it upon himself to protect the family of Nadir Afshar, and so in return, one of the Afghan wives of the Shah gave him the Koh-i-Noor diamond, along with other valuables. Ahmad Shah then gathered the Afghans of the deceased Shah's army and headed to Kandahar. Ahmad Shah then arrived in Kandahar with the valuables given to him, and in the shrine of Sher Surkh, a Loya Jirga was held. This Jirga continued for many days. However, the tribal chiefs and elders could not come to a conclusion as to who was to be their king. On the 9th day of the meetings, an elderly saint by the name of Sabir Shah requested the Jirga to allow him to elect the leader of the tribes. This proposal was accepted by all the tribal chiefs, and so the saint went on to plant the wheat spicklets in the turban of Ahmad Khan, who up until now had been sitting quietly in the Jirga and had not presented himself as a candidate for leadership. Just like that, all the tribal chiefs and elders accepted Ahmad Shah as their new sovereign. Since Ahmad Khan Abdali was already a man of noble descent, an intelligent and charismatic leader, an expert in the field of war, and a talented and just ruler, it was easy for the chiefs to accept the decision. On top of that, Ahmad Khan was from the small Sadozai sub-tribe of the Abdalis, and would be less likely to incite tribal rivalries. Speaking of the Abdali tribe, it was at this time that Sabir Shah named Ahmad Shah Dur-i-Duran, or Pearl of Pearls. Thus, the Abdali clan was thenceforward called Durrani, and from then on, Ahmad Khan Abdali would be known as Ahmad Shah Durrani. Ahmad Shah had stepped into a regional vacuum of power, where the fearsome Afghan tribes held the center. The Mughal Empire was in severe decline, increasingly helpless against Afghan attacks from the mountains, while faced with the growing pressure from Hindu insurgencies to itself. Persia was in a state of near anarchy, trying to hold back the Ottomans to its west while awaiting another man on horseback to restore its former glory under the Safavids. North of the Amu Darya, the Uzbeks had devolved into a series of tyrannical emirates with an economy relying on robbery and slave trading. While Europe sat on the verge of its industrial revolution, across southern Asia, urban centers were in decline, with economies reverting to subsistence. A significant part of the problem was that in the 17th and 18th centuries, international trade had moved to the sea lanes, and by this time, the New World had siphoned off much of the commercial energy from the Old. In addition, indigenous political systems, consisting mainly of local despots, failed to establish the law and order and the basic requisites needed for trade and commerce. And now, Ahmad Shah and the Afghans emerged, en route to the greatest territorial expansion in their history.